It's Gregory. Well, I can see it says Gregory. Is he dope? Here we go. Prizm. And Dez, I know your son is into Walking Dead as well. So I have something I was going to give you on Saturday. I know Dez's son loves Walking Dead. There might be more Walking Dead boxes in the Southern Hobby Goodie box. I don't remember. I just knew I couldn't. It was too much to bring home. Ernie. Luminaries did. Yes, sir. Major Life? Oh, geez. If I can make someone's life by giving them a piece of cardboard, then I'm in the right. Then I'm doing something right. There we go. NFC South for you, R-Dub. NFC East for Nate. AFC West for Nate. AFC South for Levy. NFC North for Robert D. NFC West for Scorp. AFC North for Levy. And I got the AFC East. Scorpio. Yeah. Yeah, we did it like early on. We did it early on. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, so you have to wait till I upload the videos, Holmes. Scorp, do you want your AFC East? You got to give me your NFC West. I'll do it because, as you can see, I'm in a very good giving mood tonight. I know how bad you try to get the AFC East. So Scorp has the AFC East. I have the NFC West. If he wants to do that trade. I didn't say that, Ernie. I didn't say that. I just said there may or may not have been a monster in it. Oh, well, you're welcome, Yancey. It is an absolute pleasure of mine. If you could only see, like many of us, how many cards are in this room here of just sitting in boxes, piled up. I think that came from the weekend at Southern Hobby. So, you know, it's my pleasure. It's one of the good things about my job is that I'm able to, provided my brain remembers enough, to make people's day by doing stuff like that. Guess I could put on the full screen. This ain't no dual box. This is a dual box? Did I do that again? How much was it? I think you're right. Divisional dual box. Oh, yes, it is. God. Good. Cam Newton blue 1 99er. I don't know why I was thinking it was 1. Because nothing new there. Watch Scorp get a finite 1 of 1 Brady in the trade. Yeah, it is. Cool, I'll pick another one. TJ Watt. Dope. Shiny red thing. AFC North for Levy. So, Levy, are you still here? Good night, Ernie. Funny thing is, I was going to text Ernie today and be like, hey, dude, where you been? How's things? I texted Denning. Check in with him. Just like to make sure everything's all right. Nice. 1 p.m. That's dope. So, Levy, the way this top shelf started was 3 years ago, almost to the date. Mike Glennon, numbered to 275. 3 years ago, almost to the date. Well, actually, we started in the summer. I joined the men's basketball league at our church because we were kind of new here, and I haven't played basketball in literally 15 years. And I was like, you know what? I'll join the basketball league. That could be a good place to meet people, get to know everyone. 149. Turns out that Nate, who you guys all know, Nate, was the coach of the team that I got put on. So one day, Nate's like, dude, I saw a video on your Facebook, and it's a dude with his hands opening up cards. And I was like, yeah, man, those are called group breaks. He goes, I'm a card collector. I never saw that before. I collect cards. I've been my whole life. Jonathan Allen, Redskins, NFC East for Nate. He goes, what is that? So I explained it to him. I told him what it is, how it works. He goes, oh, man. He goes, do you buy it? Do you spend money on them? Are they legit? I go, yeah. So we started splitting spots. You know, like we would buy into a case and split any hits we got. And we just were having fun doing it that way. Then one day he was like, have you ever thought about doing it? And I said, yeah, I think about doing it all the time, actually. Opening cards, that is. So I was like, yeah, man, every day I sit there and think, oh, man, why didn't he do this? He could have done that. It would be so cool to do this. And so him and I got together and started putting TSB together, the business. Number to 25, Jeremy McNichols. And I said, I'll handle all of the, like, marketing and sales and promotions. And you can help get the business started and help with the logistics and the supplies and everything. So we started that way. Number to 75. Now, this was a little over 3 years ago. There was still room in the marketplace. There wasn't like Facebook breaks of dudes on their phones and Periscope breaks and all that. It was just the big dudes that were out there. The Mojos, the Laytons, the Ultimates and stuff. And I started running, like, for 2 weeks. We had not one Twitter follower, zero. Zero Twitter followers. So I started Top Shelf Breaks Twitter, and I just would spend my whole day and night and some on Twitter. In the trade for me, number 75, Solomon Thomas. Dope. I would just hit up Twitter, and I started coming up with all these different promotions and things to do, and started building a Twitter following. And then I did a big countdown to our first night of breaks. I had a countdown going on, and I just had Twitter buzzing, kind of like I still do to this day. And counted down to our first breaks, and magically, somehow, people actually gave us money. And one of the first people to ever give us money was Oz from Australia. There's a shiny Leonard. That's not numbered, but what the heck is that? stained glass Prizm. I'll never forget seeing his name in the thing, Michael Wardrop. I was like, we got a customer. He bought something. People actually gave us money. I was like, oh my God, but he's in Australia? Of course he's in Australia. It's going to cost $30 to ship him. So that's how we got to meet Oz. Oh, he had enough to do breaks. It did like a divisional, I think, of triple threads or something. Our first one-of-one was Brandon Cooks. Believe it or not. Brandon Cooks one-of-one. Little TSB trivia for you. So what I did, here's what I did. Number to 99. Remember, this was over 3 years ago. Around this time. Which is eons in the scheme of this hobby and business and breaking. So I said, all right, how do I get people? So I said, all right, Thursday night football at halftime, I'm going to go live on our stream. And I'm going to start giving stuff away to everybody who's in chat. And I had my personal collection of cards, my PC. And I just started putting together our own little prize packs. And I would just start giving stuff away at halftime. So I'd be waiting. I would watch the halftime down here. Boom. Would go live. People would come into the chat room. And I knew I had them for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I would just start giving stuff away and tweeting it out. And I did that all football season. And then we did a countdown to grand opening. I did a whole big grand opening thing. And just kept building on it from there. 275. Yeah, I would just fill up the room at night with giveaways. I literally gave away my entire sports card collection. Like, that was my equity in the company. You know, Nate and I didn't have any money really to start up the company with, so it was like I just gave away all my stuff. We also did McFarlane breaks, which was kind of unique back then. The Todd McFarlane Sports Picks figures. We would get cases of those and open them up, and Nate would build hot packs and stuff. Hot boxes of them. No, nobody was doing that. Nobody was thinking outside of the box like that. Nobody. So, like, who's this top shelf guy? He goes on at halftime during Thursday night football. And I just kept building on that. Just kept building on that. Like, okay, well, let's do it Sunday afternoon. Let's do big Twitter contests on Sundays. And kind of like I still do. You know, if the Bears win, I'll give this away. If they score 2 touchdowns, I'll do this. If you can guess the score, I just kind of took over Twitter. I did Twitter takeovers. I would go to every possible industry event I could get to meet people and get my name out there. And that's it. That's it, dude. It's still a big work in progress. It's still a lot of work to get breaks filled. It is for everybody. Well, not for some, but I mean, if I would have started this 3 years earlier than when I did, wow. It's just that everyone gets so ingrained at where they break, you can't pull those people away. I do. But it ain't easy. Yeah, Tyson. I attend Harvest Bible Chapel. I don't know if you ever heard of Harvest Bible. HBC, Harvest Bible Chapel. Oh, and the funny thing is, here's the here's the best God at work kind of thing. We ended up winning the championship. Our team ended up winning the championship, and we played the team that had their ringers. There was one team that they built, and it was all like 22, 23, 24-year-old dudes. They could run fast, they could jump, they had great shots, and we freaking beat them. But yes, Levy, I do come up with ideas for promotions and stuff. But the time now I don't have. Back then, think about it, dude. Back then, I had 10 hours a day to do nothing but market and promote. That's all I had to do was market and promote for 10, 12 hours a day. I would come up with ideas and programs and plans and twittering and social media campaigns. And God, I wish I would have 6 hours a day to just do marketing and promotion. Now, Peyton Manning, Tom Savage to 275. But then as you start growing, another problem comes in. Now you got to feed the beast and you need the product and you got to buy it. You need money. It wasn't like it is now where you can put up a break and it's going to fill that night. Uh-oh, dear collector, you are due to receive an autograph from Joe Mixon. Rookie autograph, Prizm Blue Wave. Yeah, dude, we won the championship. One time we were down men. We had to play with 4. We played with 4 dudes, and we won. Trust me, we had no ringers. Yeah, I know, Levy. I'm very proud. I'm very happy. I've always been the type of guy, though, that when I set my mind to something, it happens. Funny thing is, I told Nate, Nate was like, maybe we can, let's do this. We can make a little extra money every month, a few $100 a month or something. I'm like, yeah, but the time I'm going to put into this and building this brand, it's got to be more than a few $100 a month or I'm just not going to do it. And I told him, I said, someday, dude, we're going to be breaking live at the National. We're going to be on the main stage. We're going to be breaking with Panini. We're going to be doing all these things. And they have come to pass because of you guys. I guess you guys like me. You like me. You really, really like me. Tim Williams. But yeah, I'm like you guys. And that's why I listen to you guys and I email you back. Because I used to have all kinds of ideas for the breakers that I was watching and breaking from. And it started to seem like all they cared about was their money. And it's like if you weren't spending big dollars with them, you didn't matter. And I hated that. I hated that. I didn't have big dollars to spend on breaks. And they wouldn't return my emails. It was very clicky. Number to 149, Khalil Mack. So I just saw a lot of things that I would do differently. Now what I do is not for everyone. With my music and my weirdness. My unorthodoxism stuff that I do. Some guys, they don't like that. They just want to watch the breaks on mute and watch case after case after case after case. That's not going to happen here. Number to 99, Raekwon the Chef. But if you think about it this way, dudes, in Vegas, there's a reason there's so many different casinos, and just about every night, they're all filled. And there's a reason. People feel comfortable at a certain casino, whether it be the food, the music, the machines, the games, the pit bosses, the dealers, the decor, whatever it is, there's a reason. There's plenty of room for everybody. Josh Reynolds. I mean, here's an example of how my brain works. I wanted to do something for the vets, and it was going to be called Give a Vet a Break Day, and I wanted to do it on Saturday. And I wanted to build it up for like 2 to 3 weeks and have people nominate veterans to get in these breaks and win free stuff. I was going to make veteran break packs and all this stuff, but I don't have the time to do it. I physically don't. And I'm not just saying that to be like, oh, I'm so busy. I physically am, because I do everything, and the time is not dedicated anymore to be able to put up a program like that. Because I got to find products, I got to build breaks, I got to pay vendors. It's a lot, man. It is a lot. I got to answer every email that comes in. Where's my cards? I didn't get my shipping. This, that, the other thing you could imagine. It's really, really a lot more than just sitting here opening cards every night from 9 till midnight. And I love it. It's not for everyone, man. You got to be committed. Adam Thielen, 149. Alvin Kamara, he's doing pretty good. You might be able to go pick up some of his low-numbered autos right now, cheap. Probably not like steal them cheap, but at a good price. Saints aren't too bad. Yeah, I do, Levy. I just like people, so that helps. I told you guys one of my only talents is people. Like, that's my skill. It just comes natural. You could, like, drop me in a room of... At a Jewish wedding, you could drop me in a room at a freaking Muslim family reunion. You could drop me in a room at a children's choir. It doesn't matter. I'm going to enjoy myself and get to know people and have fun at it. You know? If you haven't noticed, this isn't about the cards for me. It's about the people. Russell Wilson, shiny. Number to 25. Little NFC West action for moi. Eric Berry to 225. 275. I love getting to know everybody. I know pretty much everything you all do, where you work, how many kids you got, what your family does, where you've been, where you're going. No, I'm not going to get Ruby. Cooper Kupp. Yeah, how was that Blanton fella doing? Zay Jones. Oh, no, really? Number to 199. That's pretty big, Dez. He's a big part of that. Well, there was the Prizm, dudes. I was rambling on. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Josh Reynolds, Tim Williams, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Allen, TJ Watt. Did you get a bonus auto then, huh? Is there 2 autos per box? Lots of NFC West hitters in there.